Alright, Morrowind. If I end up doing a full playthrough of this, it's going to take quite a while. Yeah, this is a game, probably the most extensive RPG I've ever heard of. It's pretty great. I used to watch my dad playing this when I was younger. I've got a few mods installed. I've got one that makes faces look a little bit better. I've got one that makes bodies look a little bit better. Haven't got any world changes, so the graphics are all the same, just for nostalgia purposes, essentially, apart from the people. But all the scenery and stuff is the same. And I don't think I've changed anything else. Oh, there's extra people wandering about or something as well. But yeah. Let's get into it. It's going to be a lot of nostalgia for me.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison. First by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
The faces and I'm going to turn the music down ever so slightly. This must be cutting in a bit. There we go. Yeah, the faces and the boys don't quite match up, but to be honest, I don't think they did in the original game either, so what should we call ourselves? I don't really want to just straight play as myself. Oh. This is going to be the entire first episode, just picking a name and what I look like. Or do you want to... I was thinking of being something really silly, like a stealth person, but only using massive two-handed weapons, or something like that. So let's give myself a really feeble, or really like fairy-like name, maybe. Then I can be a wood elf or something. Kizzy. Yeah, that'll do.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
What are these ears?
Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Those ears are so high up on his head. Bye. Oh yeah, there was also a mod that I was meant to install which made movement a little bit faster, but I couldn't get it to work really, so... Let's see what this person's face looks like. Oh. Okay, yeah.
The sooner you leave, the sooner we can move on.
Alright.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
Is there a way to get subtitles? Oh, I can change res. No, I can't. Never mind. View distance, far. Real-time shadows, yes. Prefs. Subtitles on. Okay. Return. Oh well, I used to play this on Xbox. Well, the only other time I've ever played this was on Xbox. And you could never even see the Silt Strider there. Wow.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
Can't talk to him.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Alright, so we're going to be stealthy, but we're going to use a massive sword. Oh my god. Oh. Khajiits haven't been changed. But everything else has new faces. I'm thinking Wood Elf. Let's be a female Wood Elf. We need a good face. Ah, we can be an old woman. Coming up behind people like, oh laddie, I'm gonna cave your head in with a great axe. Fuck's sake. Or it could be literally a baby. Fucking hell. Let's pick a face. This one? Yeah, that'll do. Whatever. Hair. There's a ginger one, I think. I remember always being the ginger one when I used to play this. Yep, ginger. Right, that'll do. Okay.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
I was about to say, I'm sure, like what race you were was changed how tall you were in comparison to this guy. And I was thinking I was a bit tall, but then I dropped down, and yeah, I'm pretty short.
Head on in.
Head on in. I'm going in. Census office.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Everyone's got very Roman names in this. Very Roman-like features. I first noticed with that guard out there, I thought he looked very Roman, and then this guy's called like Socius Gallus or something, which sounds very Roman to me. Let's do the questions. The questions are always fun.
You chance upon a strange animal, its leg trapped in a hunter's claw snare. Judging from the bleeding, it will not survive long. What do you do?
Do not interfere in the natural evolution of events, but rather take the opportunity to learn more about a strange animal that you have never seen before. Draw your dagger, mercifully ending its life with a single thrust, or use herbs from your pack to put it to sleep. Right, now because we're a wood elf, we'd go for this, but we also don't seem to be very clever, because we're going to be sneaking around with a massive sword. But there's nothing here that's particularly a not clever one, so put to sleep.
One summer afternoon, your father gives you a choice of chores. What would you rather do?
Gather herbs for your mother who is preparing dinner. That fits with our wood elf thing. Work in the forge with him, casting iron for a new plough. Or go catch fish at the stream using a net and line. I think it's got to be the herbs for a wood elf.
Your cousin has given you a very embarrassing nickname, and even
my phone's
worse,
going off.
likes to call you it in front of your friends. You have asked him to
Fixed.
stop, but he finds it very amusing to watch you blush. What do you do?
Beat up your cousin, then tell him that if he ever calls you that nickname again, you will bloody him worse than this time. Make up an even more embarrassing nickname for him and use it constantly until he learns his lesson. Make up a story that makes your nickname a badge of honor instead of something humiliating. Right, that's way too clever for a wood elf. I think it's got to be bloody his nose.
There is a lot of heated discussion at the local tavern over a group of people called telepaths. They've been hired by certain city-state kings. Rumor has it these telepaths read a person's mind and tell their lord whether a follower is telling the truth or not. You believe what?
This is a terrible practice. A person's thoughts are his own, and no one, not even a king, has the right to make such an invasion into another human's mind. Loyal followers to the king have nothing to fear from a telepath. It is important to have a method of finding assassins and spies before it is too late. And in these times, it is a necessary evil. Although you do not necessarily like the idea, a telepath could have certain advantages during a time of war or in finding someone innocent of a crime. This is, I'm actually surprised. This is very accurate to the entire NSA thing, or whatever it is, with the people looking at all the internet history stuff that's going on. Like, this was made in like 2000 or something like that, 2002 or something. So that's quite interesting how this is so similar to the sort of, do you feel okay with people knowing or looking at what you look up and all that sort of stuff? I think Oh, actually no. What does our character think? Well, our character's stealthy, which means they're going to be stealing stuff. So it's a terrible practice. Otherwise people will know how much we're stealing.
Your mother sends you to the market with a list of goods to buy. After you finish, you find that by mistake a shopkeeper has given you too much money back in exchange for one of the items. What do you do?
Return to the store and give the shopkeeper his hard-earned money, explaining to him the mistake. Pocket the extra money, knowing that shopkeepers in general tend to overcharge customers anyway. Decide to put the extra money to good use and purchase items that would help your family. Kizzy doesn't have any family. She killed them all by sneaking around and hitting them with a warhammer. It's going to be pocket the extra money, because we're sneaky.
While in a marketplace, you witness a thief cut a purse from a noble. Even as he does so, the noble notices and calls for the city guards. In his haste to get away, the thief drops the purse near you. Surprisingly, no one seems to notice the bag of coins at your feet. What do you do?
So if you can hear my jaw clicking after every one of these questions, because I keep yawning about halfway through him talking each question. I don't know why. Right, leave the bag there, knowing that it is better not to get involved. Pick up the bag and signal to the guard, knowing that the only honourable thing to do is return the money to its rightful owner. Or pick up the bag and pocket it, knowing that the extra windfall will help your family in these times of trouble. Well, again, it goes with everything, every other answer to every other question we've done so far. Keep that money.
Your father sends you on a task which you loathe, cleaning the stables. On the way there, pitchfork in hand, you run into your friend from the homestead near your own. He offers to do it for you, in return for a future favor of his choosing. What do you do?
Now, as a thief... Oh, actually, I'll read them out first. Ask him to help you, knowing that 2 people can do the job faster than 1, and agree to help him with one task of his choosing in the future. Accept his offer, reasoning that as long as the stables are cleaned, it matters not who does the cleaning. Or decline his offer, knowing that your family expects you to do the work, and it's better not to be in debt. That bottom one is far too clever for our character. So is the top one, so it's going to be in the middle one.
Your mother asks you to help fix the stove. While you're working, a very hot pipe slips its moorings and falls towards her. What do you do?
Position yourself between the pipe and your mother. Grab the hot pipe and try to push it away. Push your mother out the way. Right, we're not very clever, so we're going to grab that hot pipe and probably cuddle it.
While in town, the baker gives you a sweet roll. Delighted, you take it into an alley to enjoy, only to be intercepted by a gang of 3 other kids your age. The leader demands the sweet roll, or else he and his friends will beat you and take it. What do you do?
I never realised this was in here. This is obviously the prelude to the prequel to the sweet roll incidents in Fallout 3. Give him the sweet roll now. Give him the sweet roll now without argument, knowing that later this afternoon you'll have all your friends with you and you can come and take whatever he owes you. Drop the sweet roll and step on it, and then get ready for the fight. Act like you're going to give him the sweet roll, but at the last minute throw it in the air, hoping that they'll pay attention to it long enough for you to get a shot in on the leader. Well, Kizzy doesn't have any friends because she's stolen from everyone, and because she's lugging a great hammer around with her, or a great sword around with her all the time. They've all found her. Drop the sweet roll and step on it and get ready for the fight. Maybe. Let's do this bottom one because she is still sneaky, and this is a sort of sneaky tactic to do.
Entering town, you find that you are witness to a very well-dressed man running from a crowd. He screams to you for help. The crowd behind him seems very angry. What do you do?
Stand aside and allow the man and mob to pass, realizing that it's probably best not to get involved. Rush to the man's aid immediately, despite your lack of knowledge in the circumstances. Rush to the town's aid immediately, despite your lack of knowledge in the circumstances. Right, Kizzy's pretty dumb, but even a dumb person isn't just going to run into this sort of thing. They might join the crowd, if anything, but I think Kizzy's just going to sort of just stand there a bit dumbfounded as to why this is all going on. Spell sword. Okay.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
The Apprentice, Fortify, Maximum Magicka. Don't need that. Action arc is also to do with Magicka. Lady, Personality and Endurance. Don't need that. Lord, Weakness to Fire. No, don't need that. Fortify Agility. Fortify Magicka. Turn Undead. Poison. Shadow is always a good one. The Thief. Oh. I don't know what that does. The Tower. Open. Oh yeah, the Tower has the open stuff. Let's go for the Thief, because I don't know what this is, but why not?
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Now, let's actually look at what spell sword is. See, now there's specialization magic. No. Right, we're making our own one. Can I change the name? Yeah, I can. Right. We are a sneaky, blunt person. Alright. And we're stealthy. We're going to be strength. And... Oh, yawning again. Wow. Let's affect our ability to dodge. Alright, so heavy armor. Armorer. Actually, let's read these out. Heavy armor skill is used to move and defend while wearing massive and rigid armors like iron, steel, silver, dwemer, ebony, and daedric armor. Yada yada yada. Armory skill. Fixing stuff. Right, we want big weapons, so here we go, claymores and maces. Will we use an axe? I don't think we will use an axe, so maybe athletics so we can run a bit faster. Actually no, oh, we have to be sneaky. Right, yeah, and then armor in here. Axe in here as well. Speechcraft, because it's nice to be able to talk to people. I'll put bows in here just in case. And we'll put security in here as well. Nothing magic-y. We don't need magic. It's not going to be blunt, it's going to be sneaky, big, weapon, person. There we go. It doesn't even fit in. Oh well. Heavy armor, sneak longbow. Yeah, that looks fine.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Can I, oh. I think once you pick this up, you can see yourself.